Good evening to everyone. Our topic is web-based visualizer for structural representation on a C program. And my teammates are Rohan, Vikas, Ambrish, and myself Srujan. And our content is introduction and system workflow and lexical analysis, AST, CFG, DFG, CGP, and conclusion. First, introduction. Internal representation of a source code. Converts text-based code into structured forms. Helps compilers understand program logic. Enables syntax and semantic analysis. Supports program optimization technologies. Assists in debugging and error detection. Used in AI-driven code analysis and software engineering tools. Here, source code, we put a source code and our compiler compiles it into AST, CFG, DFG, and CPG form diagrams, structural representation. And next, system workflow. Lexical analysis breaks source code into meaningful tokens such as keywords, identifiers, and operators. Next, AST abstract syntax tree represents the hierarchical syntax synthetic structure of program. And CFG control flow graph shows the possible execution path and control flow of program. DFG data flow graph illustrate how data moves and depends between program operations. CPG code property graph combines AST, CFG, and DFG into a unified graph for comprehensive code analysis. Next part will be continued by my friend Ambrish.
Good evening, everyone. Myself, Vikas. I am here to explain the topic of lexical analysis. Here, you see the table like lexime. It contains token type and integer. It is called as also keyword. And here is a. uh, It indicates the identifier and the constant value like 5. Here we can explain the tokens. It has smallest meaningful unit of a program. For example, integer a is equal to 5 and next regular expression. Here we can see that patterns used to identify tokens. For example, 0 to 9 plus matches number. Here DFA, it means it is called as a deterministic finite automation. Here it's state machine used to recognize valid tokens and processor code character by character. Next. Next. Here, next slide is about abstracts. And here we can see that parsing process. Here it converts tokens into a structural syntax tree and it checks whether the code follows language grammar rules. And here we can say that syntax hierarchy. It shows parent-child relationship between program elements and it operates and operand are organized according to precedence. Here a tree representation of code. It represents code in a and it makes program structure easier for compiler to analysis. And next part will be continued by Rohan.
Control flow graph. Execution path. CFG shows all possible paths a program can follow during execution. Each node represents a statement or block of code. Decision making. Condition statements if else switch creates branch in the graph. Different conditions lead to different execution paths. Program flow illustrates the order in which statements are executed, helps analyze loops, branches, and control structures. Data flow graph DFG. Data dependency shows how data values are created and used in a program. A variable depends on the values that contribute to it. Variable relationships illustrates connections between variable and operations. Example C depends on A and B through the addition operation. Information flow tracks how data moves from input values to output statements. Helps identify data usage and dependency. Next slide will be continued by Amrish.
I am Amrishas. I am going to explain the code property graph, CFG and automata theory formula. CFG is equal to AST plus CFG plus DFG. Code property graph combines syntax, control flow, and data flow information into a single graph. Provides a complete representation of program behavior widely used in code analysis, vulnerability detection, and AI-based program understanding. Representations, tokens, parsing, syntax rules, computation. Automata concept, DFA, PDA, context-free grammar, turning machine. Conclusion, AST represents program structure, CFG represents execution flow, DFG represents data dependencies, CFG combines all representations, essential for modern compilers, security tools, and AI system visual. Modern infographic summarizing AST plus CFG plus DFG is equal to CPG. AI and software engineer icons. Thank you.